Welcome back everyone. This is always back with another video on the channel, and we are back with a Revit. New version of Revit is available, which is Revit 2020, and in this video I'm going to show you what has changed in Revit, what are the new features, and we're going to talk about Revit. And it's been a while since I created a video actually, so we're back with Revit, guys. Now, when you start a Revit 2020, you see a different welcome screen. Initially, it used to be a kind of a model where you could create a new project, select the project from template. You used to see families. Now, you probably getting familiar with this interface as well, because it's fairly simple, right? You have a models, you have a families, and on the left, you can open a project, you can create a new project. You can open family or, create a new family. Now, for this tutorial, I'm actually going to make sure that I don't edit any video. I'm going to be using Revit 2020 and create a full-fledged plan using Revit. So we're going to start by creating a new project. So in Revit 2020, I'm going to click on a new. And in this dialog box, you get to select which template that you want to use. And this tutorial is completely for beginners who have never used Revit. And after watching this video, I can guarantee you will be able to create a 2D plan very easily. You won't be a master, but you will basically know how to use Revit. Okay, so for our work, we're going to be using architectural template. Now, you could actually start from a blank template and just build your own, configuration settings. But I recommend that choose one of the template here, which basically gives you a kind of a kickstart where you don't have to do a lot of configuration. So we use Revit architecture template. I'm going to click OK, and there we go. We have our Revit interface. Now, this interface hasn't been changed much compared to the older interface. Not much change, but there are a few cool things about Revit 2020, which I'll talk about. The first thing, what I noticed is the performance has been improved. You can run this software to a lower machines. I'm really actually running this on parallel on a virtual machine, not running on a dedicated hardware. So it's still running really smooth. I can, move, navigate easily. So yeah, now in Revit, because this tutorial is targeted to beginners, so I'm going to start by explaining a few things which, you need to know before you can start using Revit. On top, you have a toolbar where you can customize it, add more tools to it, or you can add some tools which you want to use a lot. It's going to be there, and it's easier for you to, find a tool. If you like it, you can drag and drop there. We'll talk about that. Now here, we have some commands. We have open, save, print, measure, align dimension. You can convert from 3D view to 2D view by clicking on this, doghouse symbol. We have this section. We can create a section by using this command. And yeah, now here we call this thing a panel. A panel is where you find most of your commands, which you will use to build your house plan, or if it's a material, if it's a mechanical or structure plan, or just the architectural plan. You find pretty much everything here. Now we're going to be using architecture Revit. We have a lot of commands here: wall, door, window, component, column, roof, ceiling, floor, and so on. We're going to take a look at these commands one by one. I'll try to cover, pretty much all the commands which are required to build a normal house plan. So yeah, so this area is your working area. Okay, this is where you draw. On the left, you have a properties model, or properties bar, you can say. This property bar will change depending on your selection. Depending on the object that you have selected, this will change. We have a project browser. So in a house plan, let's imagine you have a house plan. You have a first floor, a second floor, a ground floor. You have a ceiling plans, you have elevations, you have a 3D, you have some sheets which gives you information about your house plan. You might want to group families together. Here's an option for that. Yeah, there's a lot in Revit that we basically can't cover in one video. If you're really interested in Revit and interested in learning Revit with a project-based course, I drop a link in the description with my Udemy best-selling course. That is a best-selling course on Udemy, and it has about like 4.6 stars from, you know, pretty much 1,000 people. So yeah, check that out if you really want to learn Revit in detail. That's about 8 hours course. So we're gonna start by defining the outer boundary for our house plan. Now, first thing to notice here is that you're gonna make sure that you are on the right floor plan. So right now I'm on the level 1, level 2 side. Now, to look at these plans or their height, you can click on any of the elevation. This will take you to this view where you can see the level 1 starts from 0 feet and 0 inches. Now, if you're totally beginner, let me explain to you. So single quote represent a feet, double quotes represent inches. So we used architectural template, so we're going to be working in feet and inches. Here we have two lines, which basically saying, hey, this is like, you know, the boundary for that, and it has a height of 10 feet. Now, if you are creating a double-story house, a 3-story house, or a 4-story house, you're going to create one floor for that. To be able to create that, you simply go to datum, click on the levels, click here, and draw that. Okay, I'm going to leave it here, and that's going to be our level 3. Now, on the project browser, you notice you have a level 3 now here. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to remove this because we're not going to be creating really advanced house. This is like a beginner tutorial. Okay, so yeah, let's just get rid of that. Now, as you can see, it's saying along with selection, 6 elements and 3 views will be deleted. View floor plan level 3 will be deleted, level 3 will be deleted. I'll be like, yeah, no worries, I just want to delete it. Okay, let's click OK. It's gonna delete it. Now, Revit is very smart software. Whatever you do, it gives you some, you know, helpful tips that you're doing something wrong or you're doing something right. All right, so now you got how we can start our, you know, house plan. I'm going to double click on level 1 to make sure I'm on a level 1. You can see here it's level 1. If I double click on level 2, it's going to open a new tab and it's going to show me what's available on level 2. We have a site plan, which is like another site plan. It's a little bit more complicated that I'm going to explain right now, but yeah, we can come back to these kind of topics later. All right, so ceiling plans, level 1, level 2, we have elevations. Now I'm on a level 1, and I'm going to draw a wall first. So on the panel, we have a build panel here, which has this command: wall, draw, door, window, component, column, roof, ceiling. Now, obviously, we're going to create a wall here. House needs wall. So I'm going to click on that. And as you can see, once you click on that command, which is wall, the things changed here. The panel actually changed. Now, whatever the current command you're going to be in, the panel is going to represent that. So basically, the wall command needs some modification. Okay, you might want to do move, or you might want to do align, or you want to draw something, you know, customized for your wall. Now, here we go to modify place wall panel. Okay. So if I press escape, it's going to take me out from the command. So click, it will take you to the wall and it'll show you the modify panel, geometry, clipboard, properties, and then you have a, you know, command specific, which is like a little bit lighter green color here. So this is a wall specific modify or tools, you can say. Let's get out. If I click on door, now you have, you know, different kind of, you know, commands here related to door. Now, any command which will be selected will have some common tools like properties, clipboard, geometry, or modify, view, measure, create. But here in a green color, you will see a command specific tools. We go to architecture and I'm going to click on modify to get out of the selection. You can do two ways. Either you press escape from the keyboard or you click on the modify button to get out from the command. Now I'm going to be creating a wall. So let's select the wall and I'm going to click and move my cursor. And as you can see, Revit 2020 is showing me the dimension for that wall, also the angle as well. So if I move here, it's showing me the angle as well. Now, as you know, if you need to know the coordinates. So we have X coordinate and Y coordinate and a Z coordinate, which is like a height, which is used in 3D. So we start by clicking, and I'm gonna just roughly create an outer boundary. Click here and then just click here. Now to zoom in, use the mouse wheel to zoom in, and you can see it automatically fillet those lines. This terminology is coming from AutoCAD, and here we have the fillet command as well. Not this one actually. Fillet. I think in Revit it's called trim and extend. In AutoCAD it's called a fillet. Okay, so it combines the corners. All right, so now we have that. Now you just created this wall, but you want to define an actual width and height for that. So if I click here and I can define, I'm going to define a boundary of 60, press enter. Now here you go, you have a 60 here. Now if I move my cursor here, it is going to select that. Well, no, because we are already in some sort of like a command. We're gonna have to press escape to get out, and then click on the wall, and then whatever the object type you're selecting, it will take you to that modify. So here we selected a wall, it's gonna give me this. Okay, now at the bottom you notice that you have this 60 feet. So what about changing the height for the boundary? Well, you're gonna select this wall, and now you have the boundary coming here. So I'm gonna change this to 0 inch, and I'm going to change this to, let's just say 60 as well. That will make an exact rectangle. Now you can do selection by click, hold the mouse button down and drag, and then you'll select multiple objects. Now you can see that the icon of our cursor is like a move. So I can click and just move that object there. All right, I'm gonna try putting that in the middle. Also, I'm gonna click outside, which will get me out from selection. I'm gonna select this wall, and I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. So I'll just keep that to 80. All right, let's select all by click, hold the mouse button down and move it a bit up. Now here we have a boundary. Now we know how to use a wall command in Revit. Let me tell you, Revit is the most easiest software that you can use to build house plans. Okay. Now, for example, you want to draw a line here. So we're gonna zoom in a bit, and I'm gonna leave some space at the front for garage and for like a lawn. So we'll click on the wall. I'm going to click here and then move straight up. Click again, press escape, and then you get out. So here we have this lawn area. Now we don't know what exactly the dimension is, right? I'm gonna press escape again, click on the wall, and you get this option. You click on that, and here you define how much, length you want to define. So I'll define 20 feet. Press, I need to press 0 there. Press enter. Now it automatically, aligned that for us. Now I'm going to create another wall like here, so, and I'm just gonna have a 15 feet. Let me just go 20 feet. Maybe 18 feet is fine. And we're gonna go down. Okay. Now, for example, you create this. Now this is going to be a garage, a car park. Okay. Now we want to remove this wall. How do we remove that? Now either you click on this circle, get it out, put it here, or I'm gonna press Control Z to undo. Whoops. We have a redo as well. So here are those options, undo and redo. So undo basically gets you a step before. A redo will take you, reinstate the most recent action. Now I'm going to show you another command which you can use from a modify panel. So let's select this. I'm going to use this trim and extend. Let's select that. And I'm going to click on this wall and then click on this wall. And as you can see, it automatically trimmed and it joined that with this. Now, if I click on this, I can see there's 7 feet. And if I click here, it tells me 20 feet. Okay. So here we got 18 feet width. We got this 7 feet from this lawn. I'm going to change this to, let's just say 8 feet, 0 feet. Okay. Now this is all good. This is where we want to be. Now we have a lawn. We have, a parking area. Now let's start by designing some house. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna have a rough sketch, which I'm taking a reference with the image that I have. I'm gonna go to modify architectural, select the wall command, and I'm going to draw from here. So I want to have this wall, okay, and then I'm gonna have another wall somehow like this, and then I'm gonna have this boundary, okay, and then we can go and create a couple of rooms here. Maybe you can have let me just start by here. We're gonna have a room here, okay, and then we can have some sort of like the space where you can use to get out, and then we have another room, probably I don't know, well, doesn't matter. So yeah, leave it for now. Okay, now we got this. Now we're gonna be learning how we can add doors. So just to give you excitement how it's looking in the 3D, we click on this doghouse icon, and I'm gonna go down, click on this button, and then click on shaded, and there you go, you have the walls done. Now I'm going to press shift and click on the mouse wheel, press it down, hold it down, and then move the mouse, and then you can see that in a 3D space. All right, this is looking good, guys. So one thing that I want to do right now before I go further, I want to make sure that the level 1 is going up to the level 2, not going really high. Okay, so for that, we're going to go to a 2D view by clicking on this level 1. And to see the height, we go to elevation, and there you go. The problem is that thing is actually not, up to level 2 here. It's actually going all the way up. To fix this issue, I'm going to click and hold it down and drag to select everything. And once we select that, you look at the properties. It says 11 walls are selected, okay? And it's telling me what is the base constraint. It's level 1, and there is an option for that where it tells us what is a top constraint. So it says it's unconnected. This is the reason it's going all the way up. So we want to basically restrict this to level 2. So I'm going to click, and here we have an option for up to level 2. Let's click and click on apply, and there you go. So we have successfully set the top constraint to level 2. That's cool. Now I'm going to save this project by pressing, Command S on a Mac or Control S on a Windows. We can name it project 1. Let's save it. So before, in case we lose the data. That's cool. Now I'm going to close the elevation, close 3D view, and a level as well. Now it's time for us to have a door. The first door we want to put here. Okay. So we'll go to the door, and then here we have a properties for a single flush door. Similarly, you see a different kind of doors. You go to wall, and you have a different kinds of wall here. So we have a basic wall, exterior, generic 4-inch wall, 5-inch, 6-inch, all kind of walls, and curtain walls as well. Now the thing is, we're not gonna cover how we can create our custom wall. Let's finish off this plan first, and then we will look at the wall, custom wall. So we'll go to the door first. I'm going to go to architecture tab and click on door, and let's select a double door. Okay, I don't have any door. Now how do we get the door? So if you go to click on load family, here you want to go to doors folder, and here, as you can see, you have a lot of doors. Now this is a separate files that Revit install when you install Revit, And if you have a version which doesn't come with this, then unfortunately you're gonna have to create your own family. So I have this door. I guess, nope, that's not right. So I want to have a gate. So we'll click on residential. We'll find a gate, guys. Let me find a gate. I don't think so I'm gonna find in the default library, but what we'll do is we'll just use this one. And here we have this, you know, some sort of specific types which we can select. I'm gonna select this one, click OK, and then we're gonna go here. And now when I just take my cursor here, it's showing the door that it's gonna place the door here for me. Now there's a point here. If I want to open the door outside, like right now you can see it's showing us that it's gonna open the door outside. But what if you want to open the door inside? If you press spacebar, it will actually switch from this to this. Okay, so I'm gonna move a little bit here, like on the corner. Let's click, and there you go, we have the door there now. Also, I want to have this a bigger room, so I will just create a door here, but I think this doesn't require a bigger door. So we'll go here, select a different door, saying this one 36 by 84. I'm gonna get here and then just click, and we have the door. Now you can always go back and then, you know, modify some dimension of the door. So if I select this, it's telling me it's 2 feet, you know, from here to here. So we can actually click on these arrows to, you know, change the direction of the door as well. So this is the right direction. Also, we're gonna click here, and I'm gonna just move this a bit up to align this. Let's get out now, and we got the door. Now it's time for us to finish off just doors quickly inside. This is going to be a toilet. So I'm going to click on the door again, select this one. We go closer, click on the door, and then we're gonna have a door here for this room. So let's click as well. And then we're gonna create another wall inside this. This is going to be like a super big room for people. You know, just click here. It's gonna be like a attach, but we're gonna click something like this. We're gonna have a cupboard here. I'm going to use this trim and extend, select this part to get rid of that wall. Here we're gonna put some interior, and we put like, you know, dressing in, you know, some sort of interior. And then here we need a door again, guys. Let's go to architecture tab, click on door, and I'm gonna just click here for the door. All right, to get out, we can click on this properties and get the bigger door. And I'm just gonna open that inside. So let's just put it here. All right, so now we got the doors. Now here we could create some rooms, or we could create something. So what we can do here is maybe just click, and then we can just move this door to the, you know, right here. And then I'm gonna click on the wall to create a plan, a wall actually. So right now, if you press, you know, okay, the configuration that we need to do is we talk about later, but you could use, you know, shift key to make sure that it aligns a 90-degree angle. All right, so I'm gonna just click somewhat here. Let's create another rooms, and then we're gonna go select the door. As you can see, it's very, very, very easy to create a plan using Revit. So we'll use this one, 36 by 4. Let's click here. Okay, and then we're gonna need a wall. So let's click on the wall. Let's just put it here. Okay, now if I click on the wall, it's telling me it's 17 by 6, 18 by 6. So we need to increase this one to make sure that they are like, you know, in the middle. So 18, let's press enter. Now we're gonna need another door. So let's click on the door and put it here as well. Now so far our drawing looks all right. I'm gonna need another door here actually, I kind of forget. All right, so I think it's time for us to take a look at this in 3D. So I'm gonna press Ctrl S to save it. Let's click here, and there you go. Now, as you can see that we actually constrained some of the walls to, to just make sure that it's gonna be on level 2. So I'm gonna go to elevation again, select whatever is, it's going across. So let's click on this top constraint, select level 2. Okay, click apply, and there you go. Close the elevation, and now we got this. So here you go, we got the glass door, guys. We got door here, we got door here, we got a door outside. So it's looking good. Okay, now we can actually click on this wall and then click on this arrow and move it a bit down. Okay, I don't want to have this long wall. Okay, so for this we are going to go back to level 1. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to select this trim and extend, this command here. Now there's a problem here because that wall was was attached to this, so we're gonna cancel this out. Okay, so for that we are going to select this. Okay, and I'm going to go into the modify, and there is a command called split element. You could use split with gap or split element. Now if you hover over onto the command, it will show you some sort of video which can tell you that how you can use this. All right, click on this, and we're gonna go all the way here, and I'm just gonna put it here. Now this has been split, so if I select this is another wall now, and this is another wall now. We go to the 3D mode, and I'm gonna select this, and I'm going to first of all select this wall. Have a look at what's the top offset or top height for this. Here we have a -3, and I'm actually going to change this to, let's just say 4. Apply. Okay, and then I'm gonna copy the same value, select this, hold the shift button down, and select the multiple. Now it's gonna be problematic because this wall is not split yet, but I'm gonna just paste that value here, press enter, apply, and there you go. So now as you can see, we can have like a design kind of wall, and then we are going to do a split there as well. So I'm going to go to level 1, guys, and I'm just going to try splitting this from here. So let's click on this split, and I'm just gonna split from here. All right, this is looking all right, but there was a problem with the other side. You could use the trim and extend command to fix that issue. Then again, go to 3D, select this one, go to the top offset, and paste the same value, click on apply, and you have the same sort of wall there. Okay, now it's time for us to add windows. We're gonna be hurry because it's been a long video already. We click on a window, we're gonna go to level 1, and I'm gonna use some nice window here, double window, bigger one. Let's put one here, probably this will be all right. Put another one here, put another one on the corner, like so. And now the problem with this is actually facing backward. So I'm gonna select this, click on this button or icon, select this one, click here to just move them backwards. All right, so now we got windows, guys, and we're gonna need another window there. So let's just go to window again and just put windows, 2 windows here as well. Now let's put some windows at the back. So for these rooms, 1 or 2 windows. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm not gonna be selecting them and aligning them properly. It's your own creation. You click, you see the dimension of that, where it is, and then you can move them around. It's up to you guys. I'm just showing you how easy it is to build a house plan. Right now we have this. Okay, I'm actually gonna get rid of this front wall, and now I'm gonna save this project. We're gonna go to 3D, and this is how it's looking for now. All right, So last thing we're gonna do here is add a roof. So for that, we are going to go to roof. For that, we're gonna go to level 1. I'm gonna click on the roof command, and it says you have created a roof on the lowest level. Would you like to move it to level 2? Well, Revit is smart. I would like to say yes, I want to move to the level 2. Now the roof has a lot of commands here. You could use this tool, which is saying pick walls, or you can actually draw a line. I'm going to click on the pick wall, and I'm going to just select this wall. Let's just say actually this wall, and then we're going to have this wall, and this wall, and then this wall. Okay, now we got the red line. We selected this properly. Now I'm going to be doing something funny here. So here we have 2 lines. It's going to cause an issue. So I'm still in the roof modify command. I'm going to select this modify panel, select this, and get rid of this. Okay, now I'm going to select this one, click on this trim and extend, and I'm going to select this to this. I'm going to attach these to select this to this as well. Now the problem is here we have the wall going outside. So I'm going to select this one, click on this, hang on, so we click on this button to move it outside. Now I'm going to say unjoin elements for now, but we're going to use the trim and extend command to actually join them. So let's click here, click this one, and then click this one. Okay, that's going to be it's going to join this. Similarly, we're going to click on trim and extend, select this one, select this one. All right, and everything else is all good. We're going to need this to this, and also I'm going to select this wall, click on this button to flip it outside, and that's pretty much it. Is how easy it is. So let's have a look how our slope or roof looks like. Let's click on this, we go to 3D mode, and then there we go. We have we have the roof. Now you might be wondering, it looks really shit, it's look weird, what the hell is this roof doing here? So we can always go back to level 2 and then select the roof, which will take us to this modify, and then click on edit footprint. Now you're back. So select all of these lines. Okay, and now I'm going to click on overhang, okay, option. So we'll do just do an overhang of 2 feet. Let's select this one. I want to do an overhang of 2 feet. Let's just do this one. I'm going to have overhang of, let's just say 7 feet. And that one will follow with the 7 feet overhang. And then this one as well. Let's just do 2 feet. Let's click on this tick mark button. Let's go to 3D view, and then more problems. There you go. So more problems, guys. Okay, the thing is, it's actually going outside, having a slope here, but not actually aligning the wall together. The problem with that is because we haven't actually done this properly. Okay, so we go back to level 2. Let me close this tab for that. Level 2 close, and level 3 close. Let's go to level 2. Actually, not in the ceiling, my bad, guys. Level 2 floor plan. Select this roof, and then click on edit footprint. Now we are going to see some arrows. So here we have this kind of arrow here. Let's select this wall, and that arrow you see here, it says extend into the wall to the core. Select this one, click on this, and we're gonna uncheck define slope for now. Let me show you the option. Okay, this is actually showing that it's gonna have a slope that way, which is not what we wanted. And that problem was because it didn't have an overhang. So let's select this overhang as well. Now I think I can select the whole lines and use something like extend to wall. And let's just click on the press button and take a look. Now problem. bigger problems, more problems. Okay, this thing has some issues now, so we're gonna have to define a slope for this as well. Now we go to the 3D, guys. Okay, what is the problem here? What is the problem here, guys? Can anybody explain to me? Problem is, we are actually, doing a lot of slope here. So let's click, and then don't define the slope for the front. Don't define slope. Don't define slope. Now, I could actually, do this by making these mistakes to show you what's going on here. As you can see, there's a lot of overhang now. All right, that's okay. So I'm gonna click on this button, move it down, and then we are going to use these walls. So let's select this wall, and now this wall, it is a command for that, attach to the top base. Click, and then we're gonna select the roof, and it's gonna go and attach the wall to the top of the roof. Similarly, we're gonna do that for these walls. So I'm gonna select this wall and then this wall. Okay, and then we're gonna click on attach top, select the roof, and then you will have these wall attached. Okay, there you go. So now our roof is looking a bit not so good, but we have a kind of a shape where we could actually, extend the roof and then define this house, define the slope on that. But that was a quick, basic, video for you guys to, understand how you can work with Revit. Similarly, I want you to play with these tools, column, ceilings, floors, where you can actually define the floor in the house. We have a curtain grid. So I can't show you every command here, but I think we've done a lot in this video. I'll be creating more videos, guys, to show you about Revit Adventure. Check out my Revit best-selling course on Udemy for advanced training. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.